Here in T formula, we have to place, here suppose say up to this extent, it is called expenses. In right side, this is called suppose say income. Here we place asset. Here we place liability. So in left side we place expenses and asset, whereas on the right side of T we place income and liability. Why it is T? It is like T shape and the end is here. Overall we can find that expenses plus asset equal to income plus liability. Ultimately the formula comes the expenses plus asset equal to income plus liability. Here the expenses, that means the expenditure incurred. Here the expenditure which doesn't expires in a particular period. In between two, only difference is this is called the expenditure that expires during a particular period, whereas the asset is also an expenditure which doesn't expire during a particular period, and it helps in generating money. Similarly, the income aspect, this is the income earned. This is the income earned. This is also called revenue. In place of income, revenue. Revenue earned. Similarly, liability is the amount owed or payable by us. Here's the T formula. Here the T, it belongs to somebody else. Suppose say your family. Your family belongs T. Here T, being a family, you are saying the right side is expenses and asset and left side is your income and liability. In this way, the right side is income and liability, left side is expenses and asset. In this case, the expenses and asset will always say the expenses and asset are that brings happiness for family. Why it brings happiness? Because the expenses, suppose you pay, your family pays tuition fee for you. That means that tuition fee brings you happiness in the sense that you gain some knowledge from your tutor. Similarly, your family paid rent. In that case, what happened? That brings happiness because you enjoyed the accommodation of some others for a particular period. That brings you happiness. Similarly, the asset also brings happiness in the sense, suppose you get a motorcycle, you will be happy riding a motorcycle. You gain a house, that brings happiness enjoying that house. Suppose you belongs a machine, you can say that machine belongs to me, so you enjoy a lot and that brings you happiness. At the same time, some items that gives you sorrow. How you can describe sorrow? Sorrow can be described in the term income and liability. Being a family, the sorrowness is that it is not my income. Family will not say it is not my income. It is somebody else's income and it comes to the family T, and family will say in future the income will be pay back to that person who earned that money. Similarly, the liability as well is also like that, because liability you owed some money is payable to somebody else, some amount is owed by owed to somebody else. That means you have to pay some money to outsiders. That means the amount is payable to somebody else. That brings you sorrow, because time to time that people will come and ask you for money, give me your money back. So ultimately that gives you pain and that gives you sorrowness. So liability and income, that gives you sorrowness, whereas expenses and asset, that gives you happiness. Now here we put debit, here we put credit. In this case, what happened? The debit, the expenses is always debited. That means we have to debit the expenses. Debit the expenses. That means debit the expenses. Credit, here the credit gain or income. Similarly, in case of asset, we'll term it as debit what comes in. Similarly, in liability, credit the giver, because somebody has given you money for which it becomes the liability. It is termed as credit the giver. In T formula, what happened? At debit side, in this way, the left hand side, you find the debit the expenses, debit what comes in. Similarly, in credit side, credit the gain or income and credit the giver. 4 items are there. Now we will come back to the golden rule. In formula number 1, what happened? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. That means this formula is related to only asset, not expenditure, not income, not liability. This formula is applicable only for assets. Suppose say in T, you purchased a motorcycle in cash. That means your motorcycle comes in. Motorcycle became an asset. Suppose a car. You purchased a car. Car comes into you. That means the car or motorcycle or motor vehicle, 1 lakh. The motor vehicle worth 1 lakh you purchased. Motor vehicle comes in and you borrowed. You don't have any cash, so you borrowed money from bank, or you borrowed money from somebody else. Ultimately, it is negative cash balance. That means cash goes out. Cash goes out of your hand. That cash comes here. Ultimately, suppose you are having cash balance. For example, you are having cash balance 2 lakhs. From 2 lakhs, 1 lakh cash goes out of your hand. That the cash goes out of your hand, that means what goes out, for which you credit cash, and debit what comes in. You got the motorcycle, it brings you happiness and it gives you sorrowness while you pay the cash. While you pay the cash, your facial expression is something different, because you are paying cash, but while you get rid of your vehicle, then you find happiness. So here the debit side you got motorcycle as happiness, cash as sorrowness. Here in T side, in debit side, the vehicle comes and credit side cash comes. That formula comprises this one. Similarly, the second formula is debit the expenses and credit the gain or income. Suppose you paid rent rupees 10,000. In that case, what happened? Rent, you enjoyed the accommodation or space of your landlord, and the rent worth 10,000 you enjoyed. That means you enjoyed the expenses. Debit the expenses. Similarly, you paid rent for that in cash. That means here you have to put cash as 10,000 because the cash goes out. In previous formula, the cash goes out, asset goes out. In previous formula, what goes out is here, and debit the expenses here, credit what goes out here. Similarly, but credit the gain or income. Suppose your father earned some money. Here you put income. Income, suppose say 20,000. Ultimately, you got the cash as a family. You got the cash. Your father brought money 20,000 and give it to the family. That means you got cash. You got cash 10,000. What comes in formula is applicable here. Debit what comes in and credit the income, because income, your father earned the income and put it before you. That relates to a particular period. That means debit the expenses and credit the gain or income. That complies this example complies this formula. In third formula, debit the receiver, credit the giver. In first case, you paid Rama 10,000 in cash. Cash goes out. In first formula, cash goes out. That becomes the credit, and Rama became the debit. You enjoyed Rama by asking, Rama, please give me your money. Please give me your money. You are in power. That's why Rama is in debit side. Rama became the receiver. Similarly, credit the giver. In second case, you borrowed the money 20,000 from Hari. That means Hari will time to time ask for his money to you, and you became very sorry for that. Your face became fade, and that gives you sorrowness. That's why Hari became your creditor, and cash what comes in, asset comes in, that becomes the debit. This is the last formula where Rama, you enjoyed Rama by asking him to give back my money, and Hari, the sorrowness, he will ask you for money, give me back my money. So in that case, you feel very reluctant and sorry.